All right, guys, welcome back to another communication challenge. Scott Stolze, founder of Create Your Great Coaching, here to give you your new challenge for today. This one's going to seem and sound on the surface pretty simple, very simple, straightforward, but what it does, what it leads to is really powerful. All right, so just bear with me for a moment as we walk through this one and why I'm going to ask you to do it. Okay, and again, on the surface, this one's going to sound really simple, but you got to be disciplined. You got to think about it a little bit. And then the payoff is what really matters, okay? So for the next day, for 24 hours, you're gonna cut 2 words out of your vocabulary. And I'd like for you to work on building a habit where you cut these words out almost altogether. It's not easy to do 100%. I slip up pretty regularly, but I work really hard to keep these 2 words as out of my vocabulary as possible, okay? And those 2 words are can't and try. Okay, I'll say them again, the 2 words can't and try. Work on, so for the challenge for the next day, do your absolute best, your best effort to cut those words out of your vocabulary altogether. And then going forward, work on keeping them out as much as possible. And you know, especially try. Try is gonna come up. That's a word that we can fit into so much context as we speak. Okay, totally understandable. That's the one that I let slip the most. I do a pretty good job with leaving can't out. But let me give you a couple frames of reference for you to consider and wind this challenge down, okay? So instead of saying can't, reframe the narrative into saying I will, whatever the opposite is, okay? So let's just take a real simple example and say it's about going to the gym. And instead of thinking to yourself and then saying, verbalizing, I can't go to the gym today, instead change the narrative, change the story and say, I will or I am going to the gym tomorrow. Or I will go later in the week. Turn that negative of can't into a positive, all right? So work on getting rid of the word can't. It just sets, in addition to literally being and sounding negative, it just sets a bad energy in us when we say can't, as opposed to saying I will of something different, okay? And then as far as try goes, speaking of which, will, insert will instead of try. All right, when you feel you need to say the word try, insert and flip it out for will. So instead of saying, I'm gonna try to go to the gym later, say, I will go to the gym later. Burn that into your habits, your systems, your mind, your mindset, that it's not a try, it's a will. And you know what? The reality is sometimes you don't actually follow through all the way. But just the fact of you using that language, the more positive language of will instead of try, it makes a big difference. It makes a difference in your energy. It makes a difference in how you come across. So where am I going with this to wrap it up? With eliminating can't and try, as the dog was jumping in to check out my bags there. That was good. I caught that on camera. Is that how you come across. It helps in your energy within yourself and also how you come across to others. Think about people you work with. And if you work with somebody who's always saying, I'll try and get to this, and as opposed to somebody who says, I will, or I'm going to. It's a big difference between the 2, right? You're likely gonna gravitate to the person who says, I will or I am, as opposed to I'll try. And you know, I don't even need to explain can't, right? With can't, we know that people aren't gonna be, it's not a word that you're gonna be drawn to in terms of energy and mindset, and others won't be drawn to it, okay? All right, so there's your challenge. Eliminate try and can't from your vocabulary for the next day, and really work on eliminating those 2 words altogether. It makes a big difference in your vocabulary, how you come across, how you feel, and the energy that you project to other people. Let us know how you make out with this one, okay? This is a good one. It's little, seems easy on the surface, but it makes a big difference. See you in tomorrow's challenge.